Greetings, and happy new day to you. I know that you are having the best days of your life. If you are looking for videos about mental health, you have arrived to the right place. We're here at Rebirth The Body. This is a movement, this is a family, and we are discussing mental health and bringing awareness to how important mental health is to overall health. Okay, so let's get into it. Today we are discussing healthy coping skills, right? And so what we do know about coping is that these are techniques used when we're having a troubled time. They're used in the time of loss or just a time of lack of clarity. Life is just giving you some tough challenges and hurdles, and you're trying to get through it, and you're pulling out your coping skills. What does that look like? So what we first must address is that just like there are healthy coping styles, there are also unhealthy coping styles and unhealthy coping skills, right? And one that I see happens a lot, or that we tend to just easily fall into, is the avoidance coping style. And with avoidance, we find that you are just completely ignoring that a problem exists. You're not using your solution mindset because you're ignoring that a problem is even there. You are using avoidance. You're not addressing, you're not acknowledging, you're not trying to circulate some ways that you can solve this. You're just ignoring it, right? Sometimes we like to bury it. We bury the things that we don't want to deal with. We bury the things that makes us feel uncomfortable, and we try to not address those emotions at all. And that is definitely one of the unhealthiest coping styles that there is, which is avoidance. Because with avoidance, what tends to happen is you tend to use that as a coping style for everything. I'm just going to avoid those emotions. I'm going to avoid those people. I'm going to avoid that problem, which tends to create bigger problems, right? So when we're moving into whole healthy coping styles, we're looking at acknowledgement, right? What exactly are the problems that you are having in your life, and how can we address them? But first, we must acknowledge that they even exist. And this is why I say we need to journal. Are you writing to yourself? Are you jotting down your deepest thoughts, your most intimate thoughts, your problems, your issues? We all need to be journaling, and this needs to be something that is consistently done, that's incorporated in our daily life journaling, so we can learn more about ourselves, which helps us to acknowledge and address those problems. But we must first know that they even exist. So it is important for us to self-reflect. We are constantly looking at the decisions that we made, why we made those decisions, and if it was a good decision or not. And if not, how can we change it, right? How can we change this? Too many times we are putting so many emphasis on things that are done, right? This event happened already, that situation happened already, that loss happened already, and we're staying there in the past, and we're stuck in those emotions. And so now what we need to do is first acknowledge that some of those things cannot be undone. There's certain experiences that we have been through that we cannot go back and change. We cannot undo them. That is the reality. That in fact happened. It is a fact, right? But what we can do is begin to live in the now, begin to shape our reality to be what exactly we want it to be. But we must be able to acknowledge whatever that is. Most of us are not moving in the direction that we want because we haven't decided what direction we want to move into. So it is up to us to acknowledge those emotions, acknowledge those feelings, and see how can we move forward, right? So get to know you on an intimate level. Journal with you, write you a letter. It remind you of what your goals are. And so as we move into the next coping style, it is goal setting. What are your goals? How are you navigating through the world and understanding, where am I going next? Why do I want to go there? So we have to set those goals. And what setting goals, we must monitor the progress. We must monitor the pace in which we're flowing in, right? So I'm setting these goals. I am checking in on these goals. Checking in should be something that's weekly, daily if you can, and sometimes it doesn't take a lot to look at those list of goals and say, okay, am I actively working towards those goals? I know that I said that I wanted to change jobs. What have I been implementing in order to really manifest that new job? Have I been checking in? What have I been doing to really show that I want that new job? That's what I want for myself. The goal may be home ownership. If the goal is home ownership, what are those many goals that you must meet in order to get and achieve the bigger goal? So another great coping style is making sure that we're setting goals and then we're monitoring these goals on a very daily basis. If this is weekly for you, it's weekly, but you must commit to it and show up, right? You must show up to your self-reflection. And this means that we need to be intentional, right? So if you said, I'm doing self-reflection Friday at 6 p.m., Friday at 5:55, you need to be getting into the flow of that self-reflection. But we cannot skip over these commitments with ourselves. We cannot skip over these meetings and these check-ins with ourselves, because these are the most important meetings that we will ever have. Because if you don't get you and your mental and your spiritual and your physical on board with your dreams, you are not in alignment with what it is that you truly want. You are not in the vertex of what it is that you want, because you have not aligned. You have not really been intentional with being in alignment with what it is that you desire. You're saying it, right? But that's it. You said that you was going to do it, and nothing else is in flow and alignment besides your verbal words. So we need you to mentally get in flow, spiritually get in flow, and physically be working towards those goals. So the next coping style is going to be adding in that physical exercise, right? I cannot begin to stress how important this is on a chemical level. What happens when you exercise is it literally fights off negative thoughts. Those stressors that are there, the chemicals that you produce on a physical chemical level helps you to beat depression, helps you to beat anxiety, helps you to beat those negative thought processes. That's why working out is so important. It needs to be embedded into the day. And again, these are lifestyle changes. These are not things that we're doing for a couple of weeks. We are incorporating them in our life. So just like we're getting up and brushing our teeth, our exercise is just that important to us, right? Our meditation is just that important to us, and our physical exercise is just that important to us. So making sure you are on a schedule, that's what really helps you to be in alignment with what it is that you desire. You are on a schedule. You are intentional about your thoughts. You're intentional about your behaviors. You're intentional with really checking that list off of what am I doing to really keep this overall health for myself, right? How do I make sure that I keep this overall health? And on a mental level, you need to exercise. This helps feed the mental on a chemical level. So we're making sure we're adding in exercising. And this looks different for everyone. There is no set thing that you have to do. It just needs to be consistent, right? So you could be skating, bowling, you can be at the gym 3-4 times a week, but it needs to be something that is happening consistently. You might be a bike rider, you might be a runner, whatever the case is, it just needs to be happening consistently. You're consistently meeting those marks. You're making sure you're adding exercises and exercising in your life. This is not something, I cannot stress this enough. We're not doing it for a little while. It's a lifestyle. This is for a lifetime. We're not adding it in for 3 months. We're not getting super fun just for vacation. Instead, this is lifestyle practices. Okay, so next we're gonna move on to another coping style, which is more of the relaxation piece, right? And part of this relaxation piece is getting some quiet time. This is your meditation piece. I cannot stress this enough. Start your day with meditation for 5 days and see the changes that you experience. Just try it. Just try it. Just try it. Just try it. Meditate, meditate, meditate. And I cannot stress enough how there is no wrong meditation. Too many times we'll put an emphasis on, I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I'm doing it right. There is no wrong meditation. It is about simply getting started. Getting started, being in a quiet place, finding a comfortable position, and reminding yourself that this is about breath, right? It's all about that breath. Add it in, right? Add it into your daily life. It's more so about getting started than anything else. Once you get started, your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, it will lead the way. Your inner voice will literally take over, and it will begin. It's been taken over, but what will happen is you begin to listen to that inner voice, right? You begin to hear that inner voice louder. You begin to hear it with more clarity, and now you can begin to follow those instructions from your higher self. But you have to start the process. So let's get into it. This week, we are starting the process of consistently going into our relaxation exercisings. We are deep breathing. We are meditating. We're making sure to add in that physical exercise, right? This is happening consistently, and we're also making sure that we are journaling. We're really building and connecting with ourselves, right? Building that deep, intimate relationship with yourself, literally falling in love with you, becoming your best friend. That's what we're working to do, because the more you become your best friend, the more you can hear your inner voice speaking to you, giving you the instructions that you're looking for, providing you with the answers to your deepest questions. Because you know already, right? You know already, but you have to move out all of this clutter, all of these thoughts that aren't serving you, so that you can really hear your higher self give you the instructions that you're looking for. So congratulations to you. You are doing a wonderful job. Welcome to the best days of your life. Know that this is a journey. It is a lifestyle that you don't just heal overnight. This is something that takes time. So you're patient with yourself. You're showing you that you're your best friend. You're giving you sweet, nice hugs. You're reminding you how loved you are, how special you are, how extraordinary you are, how nobody can compare to you, that you are the best. You are the greatest to ever do it. You are reminding yourselves of how powerful you are. So congratulations to you. Send this video to a friend who you know is on the journey. They are looking to deep dive inside themselves. They're looking to bring out that higher self. Send this to them. Let them be on this journey with you. We are all working as a family to really bring out our higher selves. Welcome to the best days of your life. See you later, family.